I did not know it was this late. It's 00:10. Bear in mind, I did go up at 5:30. Um, I don't know if I said that, but my first thought when I woke up was that I want to cry. But actually, the rides was much better than I actually thought they would be. Because I did not miss a single one. Because the first three stations I had to actually walk. But after that, it was just to go across the platform, just literally across the tracks. Except for one place where I needed to change. But that made it so much easier. And yeah, you change, and then I sit on a train for 1 or 2 or 3 hours, and then I change, and then I sit on the next train for 1 or 2 or 3 hours. So I thought it would be boring, considering I would sit on the trains for like a total of 13, 14 hours. But it was actually fine. The first 1.5 hours I just spent alone with my own thoughts because they're so interesting. Before I even started listening to my podcasts and music, so time went past. I wasn't actually bored as I thought I would be. And then it was so crazy. It's like, yeah, in like 3, 4 stations now, and then I will be there and meet my old host family. It was so weird to see them again, like in a good way. But of course, it's weird because when I lived there, I thought about them constantly for 2 years. Like pretty much every day for 2 years, I thought about them and my time here. And I remember because now when I came here, they talked. They mentioned, "Oh, do you remember that? Do you remember that?" And I'm like, I remember everything. Like, how do you remember we took the boat trip and there was like this pair getting married? I remember. I remember everything. But of course, it was the first time we went to Japan. It was such a strong impression. Of course, I remember what we did. I'm sorry, she fed me 3 glasses of wine, so I'm tipsy because she just filled it up. And then the last time I was gonna say stop, but then I didn't. But then I had to drink it. So here we are. Yeah. And they have a puppy. They just bought the puppy like not even 5 days ago, like 3 or 4 days ago. They bought the puppy. I was like, you have a puppy? It's so cute. It still has that puppiness of it because it's literally like a new puppy. It's a new puppy. But when it's still like puppy, when it's like the fat puppy. I don't know how to say it in English. Um, but it's so cute and it's just been chewing on my hand. So it looks like I have like allergies or something. I don't know, you can't really see, but it's like I have lots of red dots all over my hands because it's been chewing on me. But that's so adorable. And it's so weird because their oldest two are out of the house, and their youngest daughter, she's an adult now. Because she was the youngest of the three. She was just like a kid. She was very much a kid in my eyes. I was 16 when I was here last time, but now she's an adult. It feels so weird, and it's so weird being back here. It's so crazy. No, but I'm so happy, and I was so like, especially getting so excited. Like the last stage, like okay, soon I'm gonna meet them. I was like, okay, yeah, and God, I'm so happy now that I'm gonna stay here for like over a week. I'm so happy that's how it turned out. Because it would be so sad if I was only here for like a day or two that I had planned, like only to stay for one night. I'm so happy this is how it turned out. So happy. See, everything always turns out for the better. Or how it's supposed to turn out. In my podcast today, they said that women believe in the universe, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. I do believe in the universe, okay? Don't judge me for it. Anyways, no, but yeah, like I say, it's so weird being back. It's bigger than I remembered because in my mind it's like smaller. But I mean, of course, I haven't been here for 7 years. Of course, I don't remember exactly how it looked like, and it's a little bit different. I think yeah, but it's pretty much the same everything. And it's so weird, and it was so funny because when she came and we sat down in her car, my nose was like, I remember that smell. Like it kicked in immediately. Like, yeah, it smells like, my Japanese home, because I lived here for a month and it was my home when I was in Japan. So it's like, I remember that smell. And then when we went in the car and we went through like a certain part of the road, and I was like, I remember this, something, like this memory deep, deep back in my brain, like maybe over here somewhere, just boom. Like, yeah, I remember I've been on this road before. I remember this because it really goes round. Uh, it's like, yeah, and then when we rolled up to the house, it's like, it's the house. Because I mean, I know what it looks like, okay? So it's just, and it's been so weird, and I said it to them like 20 times. It's so weird, it's so weird, but it's so weird sitting down and talking with them. Like, it's been 7 years. Like, we've talked a little bit over Facebook, but it's been super little over the last 7 years. It's like been once a year, not even once a year. It's been more now though, since I came to Japan, obviously, and I asked them if I could come here and all those things. But and it's also always a little awkward over text. It's completely different face to face. But yeah, it's so weird. And then it's like, yeah, because she was the one who came and picked me up, and then we went home. It's like, yeah, and then we opened the door, and it's like, yeah, yeah, because the father and the youngest daughter was gonna be there, and then I saw him and he saw me. It's like, hey, hey, hugging time. But then he was so happy. Now he's so happy, and everything was so happy. Now it was so awesome, and I told them in Japanese that I'm so happy that I can speak to them in Japanese. No, but honestly though, it's great. I'm so happy because we couldn't have this kind of conversation before. It wasn't possible, and now we've been talking about a little bit about my travels, and he asked me like, okay, so Hokkaido, Sweden, which is coldest? And I'm like, Hokkaido. It's horrible. So much snow, so much cold. No, and I don't know. We just talked a lot of about a lot of things. Yeah. And we did it basically pretty much everything in Japanese. So this is good for my Japanese studies because I've been really slacking off, honestly. So this is great. But yeah, but it's so fun that I can actually communicate and have a real conversation with them. Before I could on like an extremely low level, which is like, where's the bathroom? Yes, no. Like more kind of that level. I like extremely, I know pretty much nothing. Like I have been studying the language for a few days kind of level. So now we can actually have an actual conversation. And obviously, I know my grammar is shit. Uh, because I talked about it because she was like, oh, if it hurts when the dog bites you, and I'm like, no, it's because, when they're small, they need to bite things because it hurts since their teeth are growing. And yeah, I mean, obviously it doesn't sound as nice in Japanese, but I'm so happy I can, talk with them and connect with them and tell them about things, how it was last time and things about now. And I can do that properly now. I can actually express myself. But it's so nice meeting them again. So I'm really, really happy I came here. Because, like I said, I really wanted to kind of go home for a while. And I mean, I still do. I'm still looking forward to going home. But now I am perfectly content with staying here for this week. And of course, I wouldn't go back to Sweden without visiting my old host family when I am in Japan. And I'm so happy I'm here, and they're so awesome, and it's so nice. I'm really looking forward to this week. Yeah.